Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into the Maz channel. Hope you're doing alright. This is, as promised, is the HelloFresh video. So I mentioned in a vlog earlier that we'd had a box delivered. This is part one of a two-part series of just showing you some of the recipes that we tried with HelloFresh. So unlike a lot of videos, we're actually going to be showing you what's in the box and how each dish is cooked sort of from start to finish, just briefly, rather than just showing you the end result and a few little clips. You know, you'll actually get hopefully a bit more of an idea of what's in the boxes and what's involved. I'm not going to go into what I think of HelloFresh until the end, but it was a positive experience. I have done a HelloFresh video before. That was a bit negative. I got told off by somebody. This one's more positive. I mean, there's things I like about it and things I'm not so keen on, but I'll talk about that in the end of the video. But yeah, in the meantime, hope you enjoy it, and let's get on with it. Right, so this is night one of our new HelloFresh box. So we've decided to go for the stir-fried honey sesame beef noodles for tonight. I've kind of looked at the dates on the ingredients and I'm using the ones that's up first. So this looks really good. What's it got in it? Broccoli, carrot, garlic clove, egg noodle, beef mince, soy sauce, honey. What's it say? Kent Yap Mani. I don't know how to pronounce that. Roasted white sesame seeds. Right, okay, so this is dish number 2. So let's have a look what's in this bag. So yeah, we've got the noodles, broccoli, the seeds, 1 carrot. God, steady on. Please tell me, anyone that knows how to pronounce this, because I don't want to make a fool of myself anymore. 2 of those sachets, and then a sachet of soy, and then honey. That's cute. Yeah, so that's it all. So we'll see how this goes. Right, so basically it looks like a case of stir fry the vegetables, chop them up, stir fry the vegetables separate to the meat, which is going to be cooked in a different pan. And then in a basin, you combine all your sauce together, so your honey as well. And then at the end, when both the veg and the meat are cooked, you add it to the sauce and mix it all up. So, and then obviously cook the noodles, so it's pretty straightforward. Once again, I've found that I wouldn't really do things in the order that they say, so I kind of have to read the whole lot beforehand because it just makes it overly complicated, but that's just me. Right, so I'm just going to chop up the carrot. Now this should be done with a peeler according to them, so that you get really thin strips of it, but just chop up the broccoli as well. So basically I'm just going to fry all this in one pan. I'm not dirtying up every pan in my kitchen for no reason whatsoever. I better shut up now because I'm going to get told off by that lady again for bitching and moaning about HelloFresh. I do like it, by the way. I do think the meals are lovely and they've given us some great ideas and it's great value. So, you know, I do things my own way. I'm like an old woman, you know, I'm cooked every night. So I just do things, I'm a bit haphazard, to be quite honest. Okay, so I've just fried this for 20 minutes and just kept adding a bit of hot water to it, just in small amounts so it doesn't burn. And then I'm going to add my chopped vegetables in now. And then they'll stir fry for the last 10 minutes along with the meat. I just like to make sure the meat's been done for about 20 minutes just for safety myself. And then we're going to add the sauce to it after 10 minutes.
You can't get like regular boxer shorts anymore.
Right, we're doing the creamy chicken curry and mango chutney curry tonight. So it's quite an easy one. These are the ingredients: basmati rice, curry powder, chickpeas, curry paste, creme fraiche, veg stock, baby spinach, mango chutney and flaked almonds. So it looks nice. Basically it's really simple. So everything for the sauce, curry sauce, goes in one pan, which I've put in here. So it's the creme fraiche, the mango chutney, the vegetable stock paste, the korma paste and the curry powder. That's literally all in there along with the chickpeas. Just got to simmer that for about 6 minutes, and then the rice is being cooked separately. And you add your spinach at the end, cook it for a few minutes, and then that's it. So we'll see how this one goes. Okay, I'm going to turn this down a bit now because it's simmering, and then you simmer it for about 6 minutes. So, and then you start adding the spinach after the 6 minutes with a knob of butter. And I've got rice cooking. And out of all of them, I'm quite looking forward to this one. Just adding the butter. I'm going to add the spinach. I've not washed it. Okay, so that's the spinach added. I've just added a little bit. Okay, so this is it. So it's looking quite nice. Last night's was really nice, wasn't it, Jay? It was a little bit like hoisin. It had a little bit of star anise in it, but it was more delicate than that, a bit more subtle than that. But yeah, it was really, really tasty. So let's hope this is the same. Right, this is night 3 on HelloFresh. We're going to do the Cumberland sausages and mash with red onion gravy and buttery peas tonight. So it's basically just make sausage and mash basically. But the peas are fried in a pan with some butter, which is unusual. And then we're going to be making this red wine and onion gravy out of water. This sachet of red wine juice and some onion, some chopped onion. So yeah, just going to fry that till it's soft, then add the water, then add this sachet, and that's for the topping. So yeah, you just get peas, get potatoes, and these are the sausages, 4 sausages, as well as the onion and the sachet. So yeah, last night's, by the way, was really, really nice. The curry sauce was beautiful, and it was surprisingly filling as well. So yeah, a good cheap dish to do, that chickpea curry. I've actually added a couple of extra potatoes to that, otherwise we're going to have a very upset doggy on our hands with no mash of his own. This has got to be thinly sliced, apparently. Right, so that's everything in the pan. So I've got the potatoes on. This is the onion pan, so I'm going to make the gravy in this one, and then the peas are ready to be fried in the butter, and the sausages are ready to go in the oven in a bit of oil. Okay, so just fried the onions till they're soft, and then added the 150 millilitres of water. I'm just going to add this sauce now, and then after this has been added, you just have to simmer it for about 6 minutes, and then it should be ready. So here we go, this is the sausage and mash. As you can see, the sausages are a good decent size. You don't get enough mash or peas though, I mean, just look. And that is with 2 extra potatoes that I've added. Granted, there's a tiny bit for the dog there, but if I hadn't added the 2 extra, it would have been like a la carte portions. So maybe we're just pigs.
Really tight.
So we'll see how this tastes. Okay, so we're on night 4 of our HelloFresh box. This is sweet potato and refried bean burrito bowl. So this is what it looks like.
Cumberland and mash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Cumberland and mash
Which
last
was also
night.
very good,
Yeah, that was really nice. Really nice quality sausages. You didn't really get enough potato though, but I added a couple and that was enough for us. So yeah, that's no biggie. So let's have a look at what is in this then. By the way, just be aware, if your box overlaps with your next week's box, so if you haven't used all of this week's box and then you get next week's, you can get duplicate numbers like this, but with different recipes. So I've just got massively confused opening the wrong bag. So yeah, every single recipe doesn't always have a different number, which yeah, causes some confusion. Anyway, sweet potato, pepper, Mexican style spice mix, basmati rice, garlic, black beans, tomato puree, vegetable stock, sour cream, cheddar cheese, and yeah, diced chorizo is an optional extra, which we have bought separately. So let's have a look at the stuff in the bag then. So yeah, you get sachets with HelloFresh if you've not had them before, so you don't get any wastage or anything. Potato, got a pepper in here, and then sachets of various stuff that we need. The sour cream's in the fridge. Yeah, that's, well, there's no potato there. Yeah, that's everything. So let's have a look at the preparation. So it basically looks like you chop your veg and drizzle it in oil and then bake it. So that's the pepper and the sweet potato in the oven. And then you boil your rice separately, of course. And then for the beans, it looks as though you have to stir fry them for a few seconds with some garlic and tomato puree and then boil them. And then basically grate cheese, and then you serve it all together on a bed of rice. So let's see how this goes.
On the eve of the family dinner party.
These are the veg pieces, all drizzled with oil, so coated with oil. So I've got to put in half of this Mexican style spice mix, and I'm just kind of mix it about a bit, coat it, and then these are going in the oven for 20 minutes or so just to bake. These are the beans all rinsed and drained, so you have to put half in a bowl and mash them up with a fork. This recipe has got quite a few steps to it, so yeah, there are some of them that are very easy and some that just do require a little bit of thought and quite a bit of standing around, so yeah, just be aware of that. Right, okay, so we're just going to go with it then. So we're just going to heat up this oil in the pan and then literally just add the water. So just add the water, the both sets of beans, they both go in the same pan. We'll put the garlic in first actually, and then the tomato puree and the other half of this Mexican spice mix. I presume we've got to put the water in because it says get it fragrant, and then you have to add the beans, I assume. So yeah, we'll just do that. These are the whole beans going in. So you put your whole beans and your grated beans in the same pan. I'm going to put the water in now so they don't burn. The chorizo is cured anyway in my case, so it doesn't really matter when it goes in because it's safe to eat and as it is, but I will make sure it's piping hot. Stick the tomato puree in. Yeah, they go on about it all being easy, and it is, a lot of the time it is easy. Never had a bad meal, you know, I really think they're very tasty. But yeah, I think it's undervalued a little bit sometimes, the amount of effort that goes into it, and I think that happens quite a bit with people that get tea ready every night. I mean, Jay always appreciates it, don't you, Ducky? It's not you, but you know, it's it's one of those things, isn't it? It's expected every night, and I don't think people always realise how much work it is. Put the spice mix in, and it just says to stir fry this now for like 30 seconds, and then this has got to be simmered for sort of 6 to 8 minutes. So there's some vegetable stock paste which also needs to go in. Keep my eye on the time as well. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty tasty. These sachets always have lovely flavours, and they kind of make the dish really. So there we go. Just going to simmer this for 5 to 6 minutes now. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit and get the rice on the boil. Right, so I've grated a bit of cheese. Okay, so there we have it then. So there's soured cream, there's the bean mix, and then the cheese on top and the roasted veg. So it looks really good. This was the hardest one I've ever done from HelloFresh. I think there was a lot of steps to it, and for some reason I got a bit confused with some of the instructions while I was cooking it. Like, I couldn't work out if the beans were to go in a separate pan to the tomato puree and garlic, and I don't know why I got confused, but I did. So yeah, let's try it. I think it's going to be worth it though. I do think it's going to be delicious, this one. Hi everyone, thanks for watching that vlog. We just nearly had Hungry Eyes playing in the background there as it just came up on YouTube just as I pressed the record button. Just stopped it. Anyway, I hope I hope that you enjoyed watching that little video of HelloFresh. Like I said, this is the first of 2, so this is the first 4 recipes. Just like a little bit of a summary of what I think of it. I thought that it was much the same as last time. It is a positive experience. I think that it's very educational in that it teaches you what foods go with what. You know, it teaches you little different things to do, little chef's touches that you wouldn't know about if you want to do something special one night. I mean, I've learned how to make a basic curry sauce from scratch, and I never would have thought to fry peas in butter before, but I've learned those 2 things, so that's really good. So I think it's good, you know, if you're not used to cooking, or also if you're not used to meal planning as well, because obviously it gives you a plan of what you're going to have for lunch every night, and you're not going to have the wastage. However, if you are used to that, to planning and budgeting and that sort of thing, I do sort of look at it sometimes and think, well, the ingredients in some of the boxes are quite cheap. So I mean, we got an offer box, to be fair, which was very, very good value. If you were paying full price for some of those boxes, though, I mean, some of them contain like chickpeas, minced beef, that sort of thing. They're not expensive ingredients normally. And I kind of think to myself, well, for that kind of money at full price, I could get much bigger boxes of things, much more of a quantity of things, and then just kind of be organised and use it over a longer period of time by freezing things. So yeah, you know, mixed feelings, but I do think overall it's positive. It also is really inspirational as well, because you get so sick of the same meals, and HelloFresh has definitely given us some different ideas, which is good. And you can pause your boxes. You don't obviously have to have them, do you, every week? So you can just, for us, I think we would use it for inspiration more than anything, and just have the odd box, you know, now and again when we want something different. We keep the recipe cards. I thought all the meals were delicious. So did Jay. We've never had a bad meal. And you know, all the ingredients are good quality as well. I would say sometimes I feel like they overcomplicate the instructions a little bit. You know, there's too many steps. They tell you to cook things in separate pans when it's not really necessary, making a lot of washing up and that sort of thing. Or like doing things in the wrong order. So like it would tell you to cook something and then you're leaving it standing for ages while you're doing something else. You know, so I sometimes change the order, but then that's just a personal preference, isn't it? You know. Also, I think that the adverts undervalue the effort that goes into some of these meals, which is fine. It is convenient and it is easy, and a lot of the recipes are easy. Some of them, though, they do take, you know, quite a few steps and quite a bit of time and a bit of standing around. And I just think, you know, it's a bit not necessarily a good thing to harp on about how easy something is. You know, particularly if you've got somebody who's in an environment at home which is a bit selfish and people don't appreciate, you know, people's efforts in cooking. I'm not in one of those, by the way. You know, to sort of harp on about how easy it is and then you expect somebody to do it. It is not a case of like a microwave meal or something as easy as that. You know, it does take time. So I think managing the expectations of people in terms of the person who's cooking it, it's not always that easy. And you do have to obviously digest and process the information as well. You know, you've got to sort of perform every night and bring a dish out of the bag. So yeah, but overall I would say, yeah, good quality, really nice meals, really inspirational, a good selection. So yeah, I would recommend it. And there's another video coming with another 4 meals on, so I will include that in a few days' time. After this one, probably will think much the same. So yeah, that's about it really. Hope it's given you a good insight into it. I wanted to show you properly how things were cooked, the sorts of things that were in the bags, you know, rather than just show you the finished result or like little clips here and there so you don't really know what's involved and what's going on with it. I wanted to do something a bit different. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave us a like and a subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care then. Bye.